right, welcome back. Let's get back to our guest host to talk strategy amid all the recent market uncertainty. Sam Zell is here. He's the chairman of Equity Group Investments. He's somebody who is opportunistic and knows how to really look into volatile times like this and try to take advantage of it. Sam, I think part of what people are trying to figure out is how much of this is fear of what might be coming, and then how much human reaction based on that fear does it really change the reality of the economics?
Well, but I guess I'd start by saying that, human reaction creates the scenario. So if everybody gets scared of traveling, you're going to see a dramatic reduction in travel, justifiable or not. I remember 9/11. I don't know, maybe it took 3 months before people were willing to fly internationally. I mean, I had a director of one of my companies who's from England, and after 9/11, he said, I literally flew on, he's from London, and he said, I flew on an empty plane.
A commercial empty plane. A commercial flight that was empty,
Yeah, a commercial flight that was, empty. And I just think this whole concept of mobility, and so much of our societies, has been built on mobility and tourism and, traffic and sales at luxury department stores. And,
even restaurants, going out to the movies, going out to...
Although interesting, I'm surprised, at least so far. I've been in a lot of different restaurants. I haven't noticed any change in restaurant activity.
Is that in Chicago or
in Los Angeles, in Chicago, and New York? I'm not seeing. I'm surprised.
That's because we also only have 100 reported cases at this point. You think that change if you get 1,000, or if you get? It's happening. It's happening in Seattle and the surrounding areas there. It's being
do you really think we have only 100 cases?
No, we have 100 reported cases. That's what I mean.
So don't you think it's got to be some massive multiple of that in reality?
You'd think so, but I don't. I just, I think we're all in such uncharted territory. I mean, Mr. Booth's comments, as I said, we're missing the word uncertainty, but there's an enormous, uncertainty issue that nobody seems to be in any ability to narrow it down.
You have already told us earlier this morning that you are being opportunistic in places like the energy patch, the energy fields. But when there's so much uncertainty in some of these other areas, is it too soon to be able to try and assess what the eventual damage
I think it's, people always ask on real estate, what market are you buying? Yeah. I don't ever buy a market. You buy a deal. Yeah. In the same manner, you look at what's going on, and you're forced to make a decision on your judgment on that particular situation. I mean, we just killed a deal, or not killed, but deferred a deal that we were almost ready to close that was dependent on export of food. And, the question is this a good time to be in the export of food business?
All right, let me ask you, did you defer that deal because you think the export of food business is going to be irreparably damaged, or did you defer it because the terms that you were about to set was based on a different reality? Again, you just want better terms at this point?
Well, I mean, that's part of the question is, what terms should I ask for?
Right.
In other words, is this a 3-month disruption? Is this a 6-month disruption? Is this a multi-year disruption? Is everybody in the world going to end up getting a vaccine?
But I'm saying the deal is not necessarily off the table. It's just not going to happen at the price you had been talking about before.
Well, and part of the question is, price discovery is based on facts.
Right.
And I can't imagine a scenario where we're less fact, governed than the one we're trying to deal with today.
How many deals, and I've been trying to get my arms around this because I hear this from a lot of people who are potentially putting deals together. How many deals do you think have just gotten put on hold? Private deals, maybe not large ones that we would have necessarily known too much about?
I'm not sure that there's much difference between the term hold and slow. In other words, I think nobody's ready to say no. Nobody's ready to say, I know enough to know I shouldn't be doing this.
But I also don't know enough to know that I should be doing it.
But I also don't know enough as to whether I should be doing it, to the degree to which I should be doing it. I think that there's so many variables. And frankly, the data so far is so minuscule. I mean, do we have 100 cases or do we have 1,000 cases? And even if we have 1,000 cases, we have 330 million people. 1,000 cases doesn't sound like a lot of cases. I don't know the answer, but part of the whole environment today is not knowing the answer.
Right.
And when you don't know the answer, that's why the stock market is acting like a yo-yo.
Right.
On Monday you wake up, I feel good today. I'm gonna correct the mistake of Friday, and then Tuesday morning I wake up and say, oh my God, I was too optimistic yesterday, so I'm gonna pull back. And that's the kind of scenario. I mean, what was it? We've had 2,000-day moves this week.
Yep.
I mean,
we're still up.
Every other day.
Thursday.
It's Thursday. Right.
We only got 3 days, and we've had $2,000
possible
point
one
moves.
today, theoretically.
Yeah.
725.
Yeah, and now it's 725. Yeah. So I think that this is enormous uncertainty, but you're not seeing conclusions. You're seeing caution.